Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today, it's just kind of a little bonus episode almost in a sense, because getting over here to the Despot's fighting arena is not that interesting. It takes like a minute or two. It's not, and there's not a lot of really engaging kind of fights along the way that you need to worry about, but the Despot himself offers quite a bit of interesting setups that you can go for here. Now, when you run Juggernaut, typically the worst thing, that this thing says is, but lowers mobility. So this is a -2 in a sense, so it takes you from slow to like very slow and then extra very slow, and it goes down two more levels from slow. And so that's a real problem because no matter what you do, you can't ever get out of the slow category with things that you bring along like hasten and a mobility enhancer and stuff like that. Then you'll just go back to slow. You'll go from extra very slow to very slow, and then you'll be back to regular slow. And so once you're slow on Queen's Breath and you use Juggernaut, there's no coming back from that. However, it doesn't matter if we're slow mobility because we have three actually dodge options, which is really nice. Savage Dive is a mobility option, but it is not a dodge mechanic. Like, there's no iframes on it, so like the enemy can still hit you while you're in the air and stuff, but you do have super hyper armor that you will finish the animation. But these three are your dodge mechanics. Obviously, you still have your regular dodge, but it is slow dodge rolls, and it is really slow. Like you can feel it, how slow it is. So keep that in mind if you are going for anything like that. So as we go along here, it becomes painfully obvious, like why what we have here is so good. So here we need to close that gap. And you could see that we absolutely can close that gap. And there was another reason for us to close those gaps, which was very nice that we could do that. Definitely want to dodge that. And again, we dodged it, but see, we can still be hit out of the air there, but that's okay. Okay, and again, because we can close the distances so very fast. Oh, let's get this going before it runs out. Let's just get some hits here to get Ichor back and stuff. So you can see how the mobility there was like super helpful. Oh, and he caught us out on the distances there. Yeah, that is the most dangerous. Oops, and he hit us out of the air again on that one. Oops. Now, as you can see, like, you're constantly like ankle biting him here, which is fine, but you gotta watch out for that attack right there in front of him. And we can do that, and then we can go bloop. Oh, and we just took that to the face, which, okay, let me back up here. Okay, that was another one of those dangerous ones that you gotta watch out for, and he does a lot of those crazy attacks that you really do gotta watch out for. So let's get some health, let's get some abilities here. Oh, yep. And let's just use him up there while we got him. Yeah, go ahead and attack that direction, that's fine. And see, we can get caught out of the air, and because of the startup frames that we have on Phantom Assault. So we have to be careful about those startup frames, because as you saw, every single time I went to use it as a dodge, as like a crutch dodge, during this part here, where the player begins to materialize, right here during this animation, you do not have iframes. Right there is where the player is fully immaterialized, I guess you could say, and they are completely disappeared. So the weapon would pass through you, but before that, during those startup animations there, you have all the vulnerability, as you could see me getting caught out of the air. And then as you can follow the dust trail here across, then you travel right there, you come out, and during that first one, the hit is back here where the sword starts, not here where the sword is. And so there's the first hit right there, boom, and then right there's the second one. And so those are the two hits, and during this portion of the animation as well, you are vulnerable. That is the dangerous part about Phantom Assault. But during that mist trail where it went across the screen, that is where you are invincible iframes, and invisible as well. So during those iframes is when you want to make sure that you give yourself at least 20 frames of startup, and then you will be just okay. It's a little bit of a slow start, and having this along for the ride here on increased gift speed, again, that reduces those startup frames by 10%, and we don't have any other 10% that we can use except gift accelerator, which is great if we want to try it. However, just living with the foreknowledge that I need to give myself at least a half a second to be comfortable of startup frames, instead of using it as a panic button. Now, shifting hollow and vanishing hollow, these can be used as panic dodges because they do have instant startups where you are invincible from the first time that you are placed into the animation. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that was you learned something here with the distance closers and when and how to use Phantom Assault and when not to use it. And so that's a little bit just of an extra special episode here, that moving around the Despot can be somewhat difficult, and he has some weird hitboxes in how his weapon arcs come out, and so having something like this as a panic button is very, very helpful, because some of his attacks have 0 frame startups and they are extremely fast. So keep that in mind when you're ankle biting him. So talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.